There's our oops. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Thrive O'Clock Thrive O'Clock broadcast in our Thrive and Edu community. My name is Melanie McAllister. I could never do this without laughing, and I'm here with the fabulous, incredible Rachelle Danae Poth. We're so glad to be here with you all today and hope you had a week that was filled with memorable moments. Rachelle and I will be welcoming educator and leader Stephanie Rothstein today, and we are so excited to chat with her about all that she's doing and sharing with the world. But first, Rachelle and I have some birthday shout-outs we'd like to share today.
We do. First of all, I have to say one thing. I have to go back. So I love that people were watching our Mandy Freilich episode from November yesterday and catching up. Or 2 days ago, I was on the phone with Jamie Donnelly and she said, I could hear my voice in the background. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm watching you and Mel and Mandy and it's hilarious. She said, I feel like you edit it. I go, there are no edits. So just go throw that out there. So anyway, back to your question. Yes, I'm sending out a happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Mom!
Marianne, happy birthday to you today. That's the first one. So I made a mistake. I sent her card on Monday super early. I forgot to put the stamp on. So it came back today. Luckily, the flowers got there yesterday. But, apparently to stamp. So this is going to have to suffice. I love the balloon. But we do also have another birthday we're celebrating today.
We do. We have a comment too. And we want to celebrate. Oh, look at there's Rachelle's mom. I'm just going to call her mom too. I don't want to call her Rachelle's mom. Yeah. Marianne, happy birthday. You are so wonderful. And she is a faithful community member. She's always watching. If we only have one person watching, we know it's Marianne. So thank you, Marianne. You're so awesome. And we also want to celebrate our wonderful CEO of EduMatch, who has made so many of our dreams come true, Dr. Sarah Thomas. Happy birthday to you. You're an amazing, incredible woman, and we love you. And Rachelle and I are now going to serenade both Marianne and Sarah Thomas. Are you ready?
Wait. I have to share this with you. So I sent a Vox this morning I put it in EduMatch to Sarah. Did you hear me? I started to sing.
I did it, but I heard your message and I was like, dang it, why couldn't I have seen it? I want to hear Rachelle sing.
So it went to Sarah at like 6:30 this morning, and I have like one of my cats loves Sarah's voice. Whenever she hears Sarah's voice, like she comes running and she sings. And I said to Sarah, so Minnie was working on a sign this morning.
Sings?
Yeah, like she makes a noise and she gets really loud and vocal when she hears Sarah. And so Sarah and I always talk about Minnie. And I said, well, Minnie was hard at work making you a sign today for your birthday, but she doesn't have opposable thumbs. So here's what Minnie made.
Oh, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. Your cat can draw and sing.
Yes.
Awesome. Yes. Okay, so let's sing. Ready? Are you ready? Going to sing with me?
I'm going to lip sync, but okay.
I like to sing happy birthday and not in a non-dirge way. So it doesn't sound like a funeral song. So I sing peppy, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Marianne and Sarah. Happy birthday to you. And if your birthday is celebrating today, and we don't know who you are, happy birthday to you as well.
Yeah.
We've got some comments in. Another Mel. Hey, Mel, it is great to see you. Oh my gosh, Marianne, I hope you were able to get your earplugs. Yes. And Mel, I am in a new place. Thank you for the cute bow. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Mel. Love it that you're here with us today. And Mel, if you want to join us at the end, or anybody who's watching Marianne, maybe you do too, when we play our game tonight, I will send you the link to join us on this live stream if you want to play rapid fire with us. So let me know if you want to play rapid fire and I'll send you the link to join us in just a few minutes. But without further ado, do you want to tell us a little bit about our guest who is joining us in just a second?
Yeah. So I'm excited every time we have somebody that comes on that like I've known, but never have had a chance to meet in person. So I've known Stephanie for a while. She's contributed some blogs to my blog site. And we were talking before we went live about I'm always excited when I see new blogs from her on Edutopia, but just amazing things that she shares. She's an edu leader, a speaker, an author. She is has a TEDx talk out there about my year of yes to me. I believe I said that right.
You did.
And then most recently, she is involved in the book, The Because of a Teacher. So there are many more things I can say, but we have Stephanie here to talk with us today. So I'm excited about that.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about you. We put up, and I shared this, her TEDx talk. If you want to join, I put that in the comments. But tell us a little bit about you from your own mind.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I just started at a new school district. So I am now in a new school district in a new role, but for the last 12 years or so, I was the chair of a design thinking pathway in my previous district. So, and I was a TOSA, a teacher on special assignment. I am now doing a similar role. I'm a TOSA here, but I'm supporting ed tech for 31 schools in a K-12 district. So a much larger district than I had done before, going around and supporting and working with school leaders and with not just site administrators, but also with staff at each school and figuring out what they need and how I can support them. And then the rest of my life, I'm, doing other things, being a mom to my 3 kids and a wife, but also I have loved stepping into educational leadership in my own journey, got my admin credential, do a lot in terms of around design thinking and writing and speaking that Rachelle talked to, and that the TEDx talk that you brought up actually was kind of my step in. So I became a Google Innovator almost 2 years to today, and went to Singapore and met some amazing people there. And after coming back, I gave a TEDx talk at my school at the time. And it was around how I finally leaned into doing all of these leaps that I had been waiting to do, what I felt like my entire lifetime. And that I asked my children and my husband, could I take a year where I kind of step back in a little bit, like let my husband do a little bit more of things because he's awesome. And is it okay that I say yes to more things that I've always wanted to do that I've waited, including writing more and speaking more and presenting and going places. And talking about that process led to more people asking for those things to start to happen. So it started with Innovator, but now has moved to much more. And I never imagined like being in a book with all these people who I really value and look up to and admire. And it's led me down a path that I'm quite excited to be on. So I'm happy to be here with both of you too.
Yes. Okay. Mel was excited. I don't know if you saw that. She was excited that you are on. She must be a friend of yours. Mel.
Yeah. So Mel, there are a few projects that came in this last 2 years. So one of those is I founded the group. I'm one of the founders of Global GEG. Through that, I met Mel, and Mel's a wonderful leader in Global GEG, super supportive, is always like the best cheerleader in the world.
We love her.
An amazing educator, and she does so many cool things in her classroom, including trying out and helping and supporting things with, thanks, Jillian. In supporting one of the other projects I did was Can We Talk EDU, and she even tried out that in her classroom. So it's really neat to just hear how people are using or trying things that I've done in my own space or created, and then giving me feedback on it. All of those are wonderful. So,
that's awesome. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of curious. So you are the founder of Can We Talk EDU. Tell us a little bit about that and how we can join.
Yes. Okay. So Can We Talk EDU, if you go to Can We Talk, www.canwetalkedu.com, it has all of the supports for you. So when I was in the classroom full time, I had always been using personality and learning styles assessments to help me with my students. So my background is in English, but I taught a lot more subjects than English. And one of the things that I needed to figure out was, how do I help all of the things that I'm doing were collaborative, project-based spaces. So how do I help my students actually understand how to collaborate with one another? I found that often with both staff and students that people would say, well, yeah, we need to collaborate about that, or we'll do that in a collaborative project, but that we never actually talk through the process of how to do collaboration. And so Can We Talk EDU is about how to use personality and learning style to help as a base for the start of embarking on more productive and supportive collaboration, and in honoring the different voices, learning styles, people that you have in your space, and how to actually do it, and how as a teacher or as a facilitator in that process, how can it help you to formulate groups better? How can it help you to talk to one another and provide questions and supports and ways into conversations? So it uses the 4 colors. I don't know if you're familiar with that one, the True Colors Learning Styles Assessment. And what I've done is I've digitized that with the help of some amazing friends. We digitized that, and then you can do it for yourself as the teacher. You can use the Google Sheet, and then you can make a certificate, and all of those go to students to show them what their learning style is. And then so if you go under, I love that you have this up for me. If you go under Resources English, it's like the second, just click on the top one. It is also in Spanish and Italian, but if you click on where it says Resources English, so it will show you there's, if you scroll down, that is the test that you can take. This is the one in Spanish. So if you want to click on it, it's the same in English as well. And it has all the resources that you can use for this project. So it has the actual assessment. It has the ways to make certificates. It has different activities that you can do with your students. It has models for how to group students based on it. And then it has presentations that already have recordings of me or others if it's in other languages that are loaded on there, and ways to apply it in your classroom. And it's all based on stuff that I did in my own room. And then some of the things that I've learned in my practice is, like, I just need to be more bold with sharing out. And that's what I say to teachers who I support or coach or mentor or help to be in their spaces and amplify what they're doing, is they're doing great stuff. We just need to be willing to share it more. And I think that there's a fear around being judged when you share out what you're doing in your room. And so I think part of the last 2 years for me has been getting over that fear and just sharing, because if it's useful to somebody, then that's great that I shared it.
I think it's very useful. Is there anything else you want me to click on and show while I'm here sharing the screen?
So if you click on it maybe in English so I know what it says. Yeah.
Is that what you wanted me? Is that what you wanted me at first?
I mean,
I thought you wanted me to do the Spanish.
I can follow along in Spanish, but I'm less proficient. Okay. So if you scroll down, if you keep going, so essentially it guides you through how it uses Autocrat, and it'll guide a person through how to make their own. And then probably some of my favorite things are, go back up to scroll back up, like number 8, that group deck.
Let me click on it?
Yeah, go right ahead. Oh, sorry, the one over. Other number 8. Those are both like steps in the process.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. So this one, once people have their colors, this is a slide deck that we would use in my classroom all the time. If it doesn't open, you can see it.
I'm just using so much right now. My Wi-Fi is slow.
It's okay.
Here it goes.
And so one of the fun things that I would have students do is, after we took that, they would each make a slide that represented themselves. And I actually had them then record a flip grid about why they put different stickers on the object. So you'll notice I used a phone case, and my personality color type is green. So yeah, it's not showing it up there, but you can see a little. No. It's all good.
Oh my gosh, sorry, because I can't even see the screen. You can see it. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I'm so sorry. Okay. Dang it, because I'm having a good time looking through your presentation.
So that's no problem. But if you go to that website and you're on, you can see the small bubble of it. But you can see, like, I used a green phone case, and I put stickers that represent me and like how we love to go to Disney and all of that stuff on it. And so students did that, and then it helps us kind of ground us in the way that we introduce ourselves with people and talk about how we like to work together. So that for me has been really helpful. And it doesn't just have to be done at the start of the year. I think for me, anything that I introduce, it can't just be something that's like a one and done.
Right.
And I really like for anything that I provide or that I share to be things that can be used throughout the entire school year, and that we continue to come back to it so that it becomes something that is a part of our routine and regular practice. And so I find that's the stuff that I love doing. Although right now I'm not in my own one classroom anymore. This is my first year of not having students of my own ever. So I have little withdrawals as I walk into rooms. I'm like, oh, let me just sit down next to. That's what I did yesterday. I was at 2 different schools, and we were doing observations, and I was with a few administrators, and I walked in and everyone's standing at the edge, and I just went and like sat at a desk next to a kid. I was like, can you talk to me? I miss you. Like, tell me what you're doing in this space. Yeah. So,
well, that is so cool. Well, I just want to say I mean, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to share it correctly, but if you go to canwetalkedu.com, you are going to find a ton of resources. That was fabulous. I got to go through all of them, but you didn't see it. So I'm so
they're
sorry.
there. It's okay. They'll get to go. So when you go,
check it
it's all there.
out.
And it's all
amazing.
just like, and so I did it after Global GEG. This was my like next innovator project, and I really love getting to put that out there. I also did like little monthly challenges that we tried to help students to figure out what are their areas of growth. And so how can we learn from some of the best traits in other people and their strengths? And so that's what those monthly challenges are, and that we would post up. So that's another piece if you're looking for ways to help students to think about their own growth and reflection. There are lots of questions.
Love that. I love connecting with such amazing educators. I want to just say that is so totally oh gosh, there's tape on there. So it's high five to you. High five. That is amazing.
Oh my gosh.
I've got to get more of these. Okay, so we're getting closer, and I wanted Jillian and Mel, check your Twitter DMs. I just sent you the link to join us for Rapid Fire, but because of a teacher, tell us about, I know I've seen your socials. You're so excited. We shared out a blog post that you wrote about this yesterday on our Thrive and Edu Twitter. Tell us about Because of a Teacher. Show that book and tell us how proud you are of it.
Okay, I am super proud because this is the first time I know I'm like sitting amongst people that were like publishing books. Yeah, of course. Okay, but this is my first book. So when it was like on Amazon, I got to finally say author next to my name. So this is the first time that I've been in a book, and it felt really good. But it felt really good, I think, because I wasn't alone in being in this, right? I'm amongst people who I care deeply about and respect their work and their practice. And so the book is, it is in 3 parts. And the first part is about a teacher. The 3 parts are questions, if you're not familiar, that George Couros, he asks in his podcast. And so the first is a teacher that you respect and why, or a teacher that has impacted you deeply and why. The second part is an administrator who has impacted you deeply and how and why. And the last is, what advice would you give to your first year teacher self? And so I wrote a chapter in the 3rd section on advice I would give. And I did 3 vignettes in my 1 chapter. So I wrote about my very first year teaching and even student teaching, and how I got in a classroom midway through a year and took over a class when I was hired. And then when I moved to a new school, and it felt like a first year all over again, even though I was year 7 and I was in a very seasoned school. And then the last was what it's been like now, being more in a coaching role of people that are in their first year of teaching, and looking at the first year through their eyes all over again. And so those have really been like getting to write that. I found it really cathartic, and I absolutely loved reading the book, reading all of the other chapters. The people in it I learned so much, especially in my own kind of educational leadership journey, knowing that I'm working towards being an administrator, and there are people that, like, the reasons why they valued the teachers and administrators in their own profession and lives, what they got from them are things that I just kept circling, things like, oh, I want to be like that person, or that's amazing, how can I emulate that or learn from that? But I also think this has been a really hard year for people, a hard 2.5 years even. And I find that this book was something that it was like my heart needed it, like to read it and go like, oh yeah, that's why we do this. Like it might be hard, but that's why we do this. And so I think it's a book that is needed, and I'm happy to be in it.
Yeah, I can't wait to get mine.
If you don't have one, tell me, I'll send you.
It's on its way. It's been ordered. Yeah. For whatever reason, like there was that one time I was waiting for Jillian's book, and it said I got it, and I got some other finance or planning, I don't know what book instead of Live Seashells, which was, I'm not sure. I still have that book, so I'm going to send it to Mel for her birthday.
Which Mel?
You.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Ooh, and you guys, I'm so excited because we've got a couple of guests coming up very soon when we play this rapid fire. And I know the other Mel, she's very like, what in the world is rapid fire? Well, you will find out.
I know.
But no, before we get there, congratulations on that. And I love your enthusiasm. It is so wonderful to be able to put your words in print that other people read. Like, it's kind of scary too. Did you feel that at all? Even though you had other authors with you, did you feel that like, oh my gosh, that feeling of...
Oh yeah. And I think that actually is what brought me closer. Like there were people that I now consider super close friends that are in this book. And the reason we met is because we were all in the book together, and we were each writing each other going, okay, so I heard through the grapevine that maybe you were asked to do this
through
thing.
the grapevine. Yeah.
And in doing so, because it was kind of, each person was doing their own thing. And then I wasn't sure, like, is this person in? Are they? And once I knew the list, then I found people that I could go, can I share mine with you? And you just tell me, like, am I doing okay? So it was, yes, of course, I was super nervous to see how it would measure up, how it would be responded to, what other people's were like. But part of that is part of putting yourself out there, I think. Like if I wasn't nervous, then maybe I don't know. I think if you're doing anything that is any sort of a leap or a step forward or a step out, there should be some nerves. And maybe that means that you're like propelling yourself in a new direction.
Yes, there should be. We've got so much background conversation happening, but you're right. Sincerity brings that, it is your heart on your sleeve. It's like Brene Brown says, in Daring Greatly, it's you're sharing your vulnerability. You remind me a lot of her. Are we ready to play?
Quoted at the start of my chapter.
Gosh, seriously?
I really did.
Do you want to read a little bit of it before we play? Because I don't mind if you do a little reading.
Yeah, that's who I quoted at the very start.
Oh, that is so cool.
The quote that I shared was on vulnerability, right? So asking for help is a power move. It's a sign of strength to ask and a sign of strength to fight off judgment when other people raise their hands. It reflects a self-awareness that is an essential element in braving trust. Brene Brown. So, yeah.
And then the rest is from Stephanie.
The rest is from
Rothstein.
Yay.
Yes. And I think I put the link on there. Oh my gosh, we have comments and I'm not even. Marianne, please join us.
Yeah.
Marianne, join us. Are we ready to play? Because she can still come in, even if she doesn't come in at the beginning. She can come in.
Yep.
Are we ready to play, ladies?
One thing.
Go ahead.
I felt like I was like just a little silent, just sitting here taking all in. But going back to the very beginning, like Stephanie, the one thing, well, you said a lot of things that resonate, but the one is like the sharing your story. Because that for me was something I never did. And then when I started to do some writing and then getting like the stories, like a couple of my books have stories from other people, like Melody has a story in there. Jillian has a couple stories in my next book that's coming out. And so like just reading those and knowing like, oh my gosh, like I'm not alone. Like I felt like that, or I experienced that, or I didn't have that experience yet, but now I'm a little bit wiser to it. So I love like all of those stories. I can't wait to get a copy of it because of a teacher. Hopefully, my mom just said how. So can you drop her the link on Messenger?
I will. Okay, but you gotta. Okay, I will. Marianne, I'm gonna send you the link. keep talking. And you know how hard it
Okay.
is for Rachelle to get one more thing in when she is with me? It is very hard. So
I don't know. What are you talking about? Oh, and I just wanted to say, Melody sent me some nice gifts for my birthday for next week. Some chocolate and a mug that I can't. I gotta. It just says, "You're awesome. Keep that up." There may or may not be another word in there, but I'm not saying what the word is. So just throwing
if you
that
know
out
me,
there.
I told her to put some electrical tape on it if she wanted to. Okay, to be the bleep. Okay, so I sent it to Marianne. Marianne, I sent a link to your messenger. All you have to do is join on that link, but you have to have, hopefully she's got like, what is that thing that records you? The camera. Okay, all right.
Yes.
We
You
are
two
gonna,
are fun.
we're ridiculous is what we
I
are.
love
It's
this
5
so much,
o'clock. We're
Stephanie.
just like
Yes.
drinking
and
things in our cups. Okay, I'm
it's a
just joking.
Friday.
I
It's
am.
a Friday.
Water.
All right, we are going to play rapid fire with our friends, Jillian and Mel. It is so great to see you. Hopefully, Marianne will figure it out as well. And it's okay, Marianne, if it takes you a second. We are here. We are here to play. Here's how you play rapid fire. And basically, I just saw this like on a YouTube or something. I just ask you questions, and I don't really like how this is set up. I'm going to change this. Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, my.
See, I am the stream queen. Look at me. Here we go. So, I will ask you a series of questions, and you have to answer the question that comes first to your brain, even if it is absolutely ridiculous. That's the rule. There's no right or wrong. We're just getting to know you. And you can do this with your students. You can do this, to be a horrible icebreaker that everybody will hate you for. Whatever setting you want to use it, you can do that. Are you ready to go? Any questions?
Keeping it PG, right?
What? I can't hear you.
Keeping it PG.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see. And I just turned up the volume. Okay, here we go. So now I can hear you.
Right.
And Jillian and Mel, it is so great that you you bit the bullet and you are here. Rachelle, I won't be able to see the screen. So if your mom joins us, pull her up. Okay.
I'm on it. Yep.
Here we go. I'm going to pick the best question first. How do you start your day? How do you start your day? What's the first thing you do?
Wake up.
Wash my face.
Did somebody say poop? I do that too.
That was
Oh
Jillian.
my gosh.
That's also
Fun.
can't help it.
I can't do that in the morning.
That's the first thing that comes to your mind. Sorry. That's it.
Okay. All right.
I
What was
immediately
Stephanie's answer?
I immediately turn off my alarm because I'm the first one to wake up in the household, and I'm the morning person, and no one else is.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Right.
Did everybody answer? Because I can't see the screen.
Everyone
Okay.
but you, but yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Jillian and say poop. Although we probably should have different. We should probably have different answers, But I also want to say that Jillian is the one that rapidly fired. Everybody else, you were very slow. Well, Rachelle, you did a good job too. Okay, here we go. Next question. Here we go. What's something new happening in your life right now?
Beyond being on this show?
Yeah.
I'm at a new job. How's that? New job?
Good for you.
Oh, my book is pre-order on Amazon for world language teachers.
Yay.
I get to present at FETC. I just found that out last week.
Congratulations.
I'm doing nothing.
That is
not
wonderful.
true. No,
I
that's
bet
not true.
nothing. But if you're truly doing nothing, that's probably a little bit different than because you are a very busy woman and a lot of
I don't
different
believe
things.
her. She's definitely doing good.
Mel, you're always doing something.
I just moved in a house. Mel, you said earlier,
great.
I am in my new house now. We own this house. We're not moving out for at least a year. Okay, here's another question. Okay, this is easy. Your favorite cake flavor?
Vanilla.
Vanilla with buttercream frosting.
I've never heard of a vanilla cake. What is that?
Yellow
It's very
cake?
boring. Yellow cake. Yes. That's good.
I mean,
Okay.
carrot cake is
Boring.
also delicious as
I
well.
like
Oh, yeah.
orange and poppy seed.
Ooh, yes. Mel.
That's different. Orange and poppy
That is.
seed. Orange
I'm into
cake
this.
is good.
Ooh.
I've made a mandarin orange cake before. It is
Mm.
very good.
All right, here we go. Next question. Try not to be so boring. In which subject were you worst at school?
Math.
Physics.
Science. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Or
chemistry.
art.
Mm.
Okay.
Physics for
And
sure.
geography.
Oh
And
yeah.
All
the
right.
notes.
Geography. I love geography. Okay. Cats or dogs?
Cats.
Neither.
Did you say neither?
Yeah, we don't do pet. I don't do pets. I have a fish.
Okay, you
but,
have to have, you have an opinion on what you would rather have if
the
you had.
one that would leave me alone.
I wouldn't go with the cats then, probably.
No.
I actually like that. That's thinking outside the box. Cats or dogs? Fish. That's really good. That's brilliant. It's brilliant. Okay, here we go. Summer or winter?
Summer.
Winter.
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 Why? Summer is so much better. I hate
I
cold.
get a sunburn.
Well,
all
winter
the
in
time.
Florida is only like 70 degrees.
True.
Context matters. Here we
Oh
go.
yeah. Winter in California is summer elsewhere. So I'm winter in
Right.
California. There we go.
I say summer because it's winter for most of the year here. Okay, this is going to be a little bit scary. This one's hard. What scares you? I'm going to change that up. No. What's your worst nightmare?
Oh, my teeth falling out.
Yeah,
Oh.
teeth falling out all the time. That happens all the time. Oh my gosh, it's the worst.
Wait, your teeth fall out all the time?
No, the
My worst
dream.
fear. My dream. I dream that, and it's all awful. I wake up and freak.
You do?
Yes.
I feel that. Ever since I turned 40, like I've been wondering about my teeth. Seriously. I think about them all the time. I'm like,
know.
oh,
I
bit
worry
that
about
a little too hard.
falling. I'm like clumsy, so I worry about like I'm always dropping things or falling, and yeah.
I hear you. I asked for a bike for Mother's Day. I don't think anybody cares about this, and now I'm afraid to ride it because I'm afraid I'll fall and break a hip. Okay, here we go. I'm serious though. That's serious. Okay.
Mel didn't answer that one.
Mel.
I don't know, waking up in a bed of spiders. I mean, that would be terrible.
That is
I just-
nightmarish.
Yes.
This kind of goes along with the because of a teacher. What advice would you give your young self?
To be myself. Like,
That's good.
Totally agree.
Stop
mean-
the anxiety.
Mm.
Yeah, I think the thing that I said in my chapter was like to stop comparing myself to the readiness of other people.
mhm.
What your beginning is not somebody else's middle or end.
Wow, that's deep. I would tell myself, don't stop moving because you're going to get really fat in a few years. Okay, here's a question. What is your number? What is your favorite number and why?
16.
16. 16.
Really?
Same?
22.
Why?
I don't know how to answer this question. Yeah, I want to hear people's.
I think because they're two even numbers. I don't do odd numbers.
I have no reason why. I just have ever since I was young that like 16 was my number for whatever. So yeah. But Mel and I share the number 16. It's
16.
good
I'll
to
say
know.
five. I'll say 5. The number of people in my little immediate family.
Oh,
Wow.
that is so sweet.
I think my mom's number is 5 as well. She cannot, she's on a tablet, so
Aw.
she can't get in right now. So
There we go.
Oh.
I represented her favorite number.
Aw.
Oh, that is
Oh,
awesome.
Only if I was right. I think I'm right. She can tell me if I'm wrong.
And she will. She will tell you if you're wrong, Rachelle. We do know that. Okay, let's see. Which subject were you the best in school?
French.
What? French? Does two people say that?
French. Wow.
Yeah.
Writing. Yeah.
Hmm. I love language arts.
Mhm.
Mel, did you answer? Were you also French?
No, I never studied French in my life, although that probably would be my worst subject. No, I don't really, like all my subjects are sort of like mediocre. I didn't really have like the worst or the best sort of thing.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Feels like Well, I got other things going on.
Okay, this is a really good question. I promise it's not that boring. Where, if you could move anywhere else in the world, where would you be?
Hawaii.
I know what Rochelle's doing. Yes. Vegas, baby, for me. Vegas.
I like the Nashville idea. I don't know. I've like been in California my whole life. Where would I go? I could do New York. I definitely I need access to a city, but I don't need to live in the city. So
yeah, I just need someplace really warm and hot like me. Okay, here we go. Are we doing good on time? Do I need to wrap this up? How many questions do you want?
You're fine.
Okay, great. Okay, this is a really personal question. Have you ever been in love? Have you ever been in love? Have you ever been in love?
Yeah.
That's how I should have asked this.
yes.
Yes.
All right. And who do you love the most in the world?
Oh my gosh, that's like a pressure question right
These are-
there.
It sure
big.
is. It sure is. And don't think I didn't mean it like
You know
that.
what? You know what? I'm going to say family, because family can be my family,
Good call.
my friend's family, my EduMatch family, so my classroom family. So I'm going with family.
Or your mom.
Yeah.
Marianne. Heart. Too.
And you were right. You were right, Rochelle. So
I like that answer.
did everybody answer?
I am my husband.
Yeah, I'd say my husband, and I would put the plus on the 3 kids after that. And if you can't say I don't know, can't just pick one out of that list.
That's why Rachelle said family. So
yeah, good job.
Hacking
You
the
could
system.
you could pick one. You could pick one of my kids. That's fine. Every day somebody's a new fave.
That's how it works here. I'm like, you're my favorite today. That's what I tell them. Okay, and this is why. If you want to be my favorite, this is Okay, so what is your hobby? What's one of your hobbies at least?
Beyond
Writing.
Reading, I would say baking.
shopping.
So-
I said shopping. Shopping at a Hobby Lobby.
So crafty shopping.
But I don't do crafting. I like to buy crafts, but not that I have to make.
What do you do with the things that you buy then?
Decorate with them.
Okay.
So things that are already made. That's why I love Hobby Lobby, because it's already done. You don't have to do anything.
So you just appear like you're crafting.
Yes.
I like this.
Yes.
I like this a lot.
do you take out Jillian, do you take out old and replace with new? Or do you keep it all?
I am always rotating. I'm always taking out old. I can't. Yeah, no. I have to kind of be with the times. So unless it's something that's very sentimental, and then I keep it.
So are you a hoarder? This is another question. Are you more of a hoarder or not? I just made this one up because I'm just curious
thrower.
now.
Yeah, I throw stuff out. I don't keep anything.
No, tosser.
I got lots of
Are
stuff.
you a tosser or a keeper? I'm a tosser.
Ooh.
I'm definitely.
What about you, Mel?
I was a hoarder, but then when I moved overseas and I had to get rid of everything and then moving again, I mean, you can't hoard. You just can't. So otherwise it costs $1 bazillion to move everything. And so yeah.
Yep. That is the truth.
What about you?
I know Rochelle, are you a hoarder?
Yes.
you are.
Oh my gosh. I have college t-shirts. I mean, there's probably 500 t-shirts in here, between mine, college ones, company swag t-shirts. I mean,
you keep it all, huh?
Yeah, because I feel you can't get those back, if I get rid of was my sorority? Oh, Sigma Kappa. I didn't think apparently it means a lot because I thought about it right there.
quilt.
I had somebody made me a quilt out of, because I did yearbook for 15 years, and when I left doing that, our yearbook made me maybe a quilt of all those t-shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I feel terrible for saying this, but when we moved to Alaska, I left a lot of the baby blankets. So I don't even know where the baby blankets are. It's terrible. Is your mom, Rachelle, I want you to answer this for Marianne. Is she a hoarder?
No, Not really. I mean,
All right.
no. I mean, there's like, define a hoarder. Like, do you have a lot of like certain things? I mean, do you keep I would say no. I would say no.
You're a hoarder? Okay, you're a hoarder, so you should know. Okay, I am going to ask you one more question. I'm trying to figure out which one I like the best. Let's see. Okay, it'll end simply. I'm not going to give you a complicated one. When you leave here, what are you going to drink? I like that, Marianne.
The rest of my champagne.
Oh, nice.
Yes, Jillian.
I drink iced tea all the time, all day long. So iced tea.
Nice.
I'm having
I
some
even have some right now.
Dasani.
Y'all are so sweet. I'm like the alcoholic. It's Friday afternoon. Sorry.
Jillian, you are not alone, honey. I will be joining you. Okay. I'll be having some rhubarb wine pretty soon. You know, I'm a little earlier in the day than y'all are. Mel, what time is it where you are? But it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's just an hour different, right, Mel?
4.
Yeah, it's like 5:40 right now.
5:40, yeah.
Oh, so it's 5 o'clock where you are. That's great. I have a little ways to go. Well, I just want to say this was more fun than usual. So we got to make this so Mel and Jillian and Stephanie, if you want to play with us, on Monday when we come back, definitely yes. But Rachelle, when we come to the last thoughts, and now that Mel and Jillian are here too, I'm going to ask all of you, and we'll start with Rachelle. What are your final thoughts before we say goodbye?
Well, I was going to say self-care, and like what we just did and having them come on and laughing and all of that is like great self-care, because even just like in those 10 minutes, like I was a little bit stressed today. I was tired, but this has all rejuvenated me. But if you need a little bit of extra help, I've really been talking about the Jabu Mind app, because it's specifically for teachers. And I never believed in using any of those things until about a year ago. And I tried it just walking, and I'm like, actually, I started to use that and Lemonade Learning with Bree and Lainey. That was the other thing that helped. But I recommend it, and that's all. I just want to say, check out Jabu Mind app for teachers, because they are awesome, and we will have them on with us in a couple weeks.
And they need to sponsor our show. I'm just throwing that out there. Okay. All right, Stephanie, what do you say? What are your last words?
I would just say continue to reach out. If anybody wants to reach out with me, I learned the most from being a collaborator or thought partner with people. So those are the spaces that I absolutely love, and I can't wait to connect with more people.
All right, Jillian, you're up.
I think just keep following your connections. They're so powerful. Just this right here. We don't know each other in real life, but it is real life. But
yeah, you guys are my real life. You're a part of my real life.
Powerful, like Rachelle said, just to laugh and to let go and to share and to just have fun. So lean in on those connections.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right, Mel.
I think I'll be pretty similar. We're into week 5. We just finished week 5 of school here. And I know that people can get really into the work and just and forget what's outside of work. So I think, just keeping with those connections and keeping in contact with people, I think that's important. Yeah, not just focusing on work. And I know that's hard though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you all so much for joining us for Rapid Fire. Marianne, happy birthday. Dr. Sarah Thomas, thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you for all you do. I think we're having Barbara Gruner on for Monday. Is that right?
Yep,
so I want to give her another shout out. I love her book. We will see you all on Monday. Ladies, stick around. We'll talk in just a second, but everybody else, we'll see you later. Have a good one.
Bye.